everybody. This is another episode of the Nutrition Club, provided by Community Health Programs. My name is Hannah Patterson, and welcome to my backyard. So today I decided, since it's so gorgeous out, I would actually cook outside. So I decided to grill. I'm going to be grilling some chicken, and I'm going to be making a Mediterranean quinoa salad. It's going to be really great. It's got red pepper, dill, tomato, we've got red onion. I'm gonna flavor it with some lemon juice. And this is the quinoa. And if you haven't heard before in my other episodes, quinoa is actually cooked just like rice. And it's actually a wheatgrass that is a actual full protein source. Sorry. And so it's got 7 grams of protein as opposed to 1 gram of protein like other wheat grasses that are grown. So it's really great in that it's more protein packed and it'll help control your protein to carbohydrate ratios. So that's why I'm always going crazy about quinoa. So what I did was I prepped a few things before I came outside for you guys. So I actually cooked my quinoa ahead of time. So it's just 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water, or what I did was a low sodium chicken broth. I find that it's going to be much more flavorful like this. And it's a very bland wheatgrass. It's very easy to make your own flavors with it. That's what I like about it. You can make it savory, you can make it a little sweeter on the sweeter side. You can put any kind of seasonings and herbs you want in there. And you can substitute it with any kind of rice too. But I personally love dill, so I decided to do some dill. I also have some balsamic vinegar I'm going to use to help season it a little bit too. And what I did beforehand also was I took my chicken and I laid it out on a hard surface area where I know it's not going to escape from me, and I didn't want to do it on this table because it's so wobbly. So I did it inside. I'll show you a clip, but I did it inside and flattened the chicken breasts with a mallet. Now this is going to make it so that my grilling is going to be much faster. It takes a long time if you don't flatten your chicken sometimes. Or if you really want to, you can do it that way too. But what I'd use is what's called a mallet. So this thing, it looks kind of like a hammer. So what I did was, instead of using this part, I used the flat part. And I'd like to try to flatten it out and make it about 1/2 inch or so thick. That way it'll all cook evenly too. And you can even use anything that has a flat surface just to bang it out. Even if you don't have a mallet, it works. Anything works. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first comes the easy part. While my little grill is heating up right now, I prepped most everything and I cut everything up. I cut up my tomatoes. So I did some Roma tomatoes, just cut them up into chunks, as well as my red onion. I've got my peppers and even my dill. So my prepped quinoa is first. Add that to my bowl. Now make sure you have a nice large bowl so there's plenty of room to mix all of the ingredients together. So that, add my tomatoes, add my red onion. I like a lot of red onion, but you can guesstimate how much you would like. I love red onion though. It's got that nice pungent taste to it. Alright, got my peppers. This is super easy when you do ahead of time. Super, super easy. Just throw it all together. And I left my olives whole, just so that some of us who don't like olives can pick them out. These are nice Kalamata olives, so it's really got a nice Greek taste to it. And then I've also got my dill. I think I'm going to add that now. There we go. gorgeous. Now this is for like 4 people. All right. Now, dirty dishes to the side. So now I'm going to show you some of the rest. We're going to take a lemon. Now, what you want to do with the lemon is push down on it and roll it, get the juices flowing. That way it makes it a little easier to juice. That way you can get everything out of it. So, and then I'm going to cut it in half. Right in here. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to do a little splash of balsamic vinegar. Perfect. Alright, so now I grab my chicken inside. Great. All flattened. So this is going to be a little quicker than usual. So what I'm going to do here is add a little bit of oil. Tiny bit. It's best to measure it, but I can eyeball. Then I got some salt and pepper, just a bit. All right. And just massage it into the chicken. All right. Now what I'm going to do, oven, get everything spread around. Try to get it on both sides. It's hard to work with the wind here. All right. That going on both sides. I like to use the plastic to work with my chicken. That way I don't have to really worry about it too much when I gotta wash my hands. All right, so what I'm gonna do is lay it down away from me like this. Ooh, that's a nice sizzle. That's perfect. And what I like to do is to do it at an angle. An angle like, say you have a clock in front of you. You do it at 10 o'clock. So pointing towards 10 o'clock. I'm gonna leave that there. Bring this inside. Close that, and I say I'm gonna do about 3 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna switch it over, turn it over. More like 4 minutes. So it's been 4 minutes. I'm gonna do my first flip. So the key about grilling is the meat is going to tell you when it's ready to flip. It's not gonna stick anymore. See this? It's sticking a little bit, just a little bit. You want it to release just like that. Perfect. And then we're going to do that 10 o'clock still. Let's see. Oh, they're beautiful. And you see those marks, the diagonal marks? That's great. That's what you want. And we're going to go for another 4 minutes. All right, another 4 minutes are up. There we go. Looking good. Now this time, instead of my 10 o'clock, I'm going to turn it towards the 2 o'clock. So when I flip like this, see that? Flip like this and then point it this way. Like this, flip it. Instead of going this way, I'm going this way. All right, so now my last 4 minutes are up. My last turn. And I'm going to turn it this way and keep it at the 2 o'clock. There we go. You can see some of the markings are pretty nice. Comes out much better on a normal grill that's not portable. All right, 4 more minutes and we're almost ready for dinner. So my last 4 minutes are up. I'm just gonna do 2 more things. I'm going to finish putting in my balsamic and lemon juice. Just a bit there. Actually, you know what? Go crazy. I go crazy with the balsamic and lemon juice. It's pretty good. All right, give her a nice stir. And then also I'm going to make little lemon wedges. So I'm going to actually cut this end off and this end off in the middle. And then I'm going to go off the corner like this. And that way you can serve some of these lemons with your chicken and Mediterranean quinoa salad. Alright, looks like it should be good to go. A good way to tell if your chicken is done is to get an internal temperature of 165. But I can tell right now that that's, maybe this one will go in just a little longer. But I'll show you how we cut this one up. Alright, so I like to do is to cut it like so. Now that's nice. Perfect. So this is just a really great early spring and summer recipe. You can even make it your own. You can pick a different kind of protein. You can add more of certain ingredients that you like. You can even make your own, like with different vegetables, even different flavor profile and everything. It's really great. So I hope you enjoyed that this episode of the Nutrition Club, and stay tuned every Thursday to check out what we have next. Thanks.